What's going on, Talonites? It's your boy TalonMasterJ here. No face cam for this video, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be doing a little bit of fun today. If you guys notice in the top left corner of the screen, we are part of the BBR Battle Royale, or the BBR Draft League, ladies and gentlemen. It is back. Draft is back here on YouTube, so if you guys are excited for it, leave a like on this video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and also check out the Twitch channel as of this recording, sitting at 584 followers on Twitch. We're going for 600. With your guys' help, we can get there. And also, subscribe to all the BBR D-League coaches. They will have links in the description below, so you can stay up to date with the BBR and everything that goes along with the D-League. However, that's what we're saying here, guys. It's the D-League. We had gotten selected, and I figured at the start of this, before we get into our draft analysis, I'm just going to explain a couple of rules about the BBR Draft League, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, we are one of 16 coaches in the BBR D-League. So that means there are 15 others along with yours truly in the Atlanta Talonflames, and we each had 110 points to draft 9 to 11 Pokemon. You guys will see how many I picked in this draft analysis video, but I think we have a very good team. That's objective. I'll let you guys decide in the comments below what you think of our team. After we did this draft, we were designated to name one Pokemon a Terra Captain. However, there was a catch with the BBR this time around. They wanted us to have a Terra Captain that was 10 points or below on the draft board. Makes it a little bit more curious, in a sense, on how you want to name your Terra Captain, but they made it with a little bit of a caveat. You are allowed free Terra on any of your one Terra Captain, 10 points or below. However, you must inform your opponent of that Terra type if you bring your Terra Captain. If you don't bring your Terra Captain, you don't really need to tell your opponent that your Terra Captain is... It's like if my Terra Captain hypothetically was something like Regieleki, even though Regieleki is Terra banned in this league. If I didn't bring Regieleki, I don't have to tell my opponent, hey, Regieleki is Terra Fairy for this battle, because there's no reason for it. However, when it comes to the battles itself, guys, we are battling on level 100. You guys have known that I've normally been doing VGC stuff, which means we battle at level 50. But this is single battle 6v6 level 100 with game timers set at 20 minutes and the battle time of 60 minutes. This is a perfect thing for Draft League because sometimes these battles can be long, if you guys know what I'm talking about. But that is basically it on the rules outside of, standard Smogon clauses such as, sleep clause, uncompetitive items clause, uncompetitive moves, metronome, baton pass, all those things. But there is no item clause, so we are allowed multiple items, which is a fun thing. Not saying I would ever do that, but who knows. But I've held you guys up long enough in this intro. Let's get into a quick recap of our draft. So round 1, we were the 10th pick, or I believe it was the 11th pick. Let me just double check here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We were the 12th pick. Sorry, guys. We are the 12th pick in the draft. And for the 12th pick, close to the wheel, but not so close to the wheel. But I think we got a very good Pokemon to start here, guys. And our first pick on the BBR draft is our trusty Latios, ladies and gentlemen. We have Latios as our first Pokemon of the BBR Draft League. Latios is a very good special attacker, great speed, access to Soul Dew with Luster Purge being absolutely busted nowadays. Does still have Psychic, has Shadow Ball, Calm Mindset, Stored Power, you name it, Latios is good for it, and we all know how Tobias used it in the Sinnoh League. Shoutouts to the Sinnoh League lovers who do not like the Lily of the Valley Conference. Oh boy. But after that, guys, we're like, okay, we got a Dragon type, so that's a good thing, but we need some more power. Need some more power here, and I figured, what's the best Pokemon out there for power that can hit hard, hit fast, have hazard control, and be able to play into our Latios' ability to get out of battle if necessary. And we go round 2 to Cinderace. Cinderace is our next Pokemon here on the team. Honestly, I don't recall ever using Cinderace before in Draft League. I might have used it once before. I honestly do not remember using it, but I do know that Cinderace is a very good Pokemon. Libero is a very good ability, even though it is no longer how it is like in Generation 8, where it was literally one type every single time it clicked a move. Now it's locked into whatever the first move it clicks in, which means if I go Core Change, I can become a normal type. If I click High Jump Kick, I'm a fighting type. Sucker Punch, I'm a dark type, and so on and so forth. But that's why Cinderace is here. We are excited to welcome Cinderace to the Atlanta Talonflames, playing into the Fire type motif. And then after round 3, guys, you know, we're getting good here. We're getting some good... We got a good physical attacker. We got a good special attacker. We got a small amount of bulk, but we need some bulk now. And honestly, guys, we're looking at it. We're looking at the board, me and my team and everything. Shout out to my team, by the way. I forgot to mention them before I started getting into the draft analysis. But we're looking at the board. We're looking at what looks good, what can work with this team. And one Pokemon catches our eye. And it's a very good Pokemon, too, because it still has access to Defog, and gets knockoff, and has priority, and hits hard. And it is honestly a good Pokemon that is near and dear to my heart, mainly because of the typing. But the Atlanta Talonflames with round 3, we picked Scizor. Yes, Scizor is now part of the Atlanta Talonflames. Everybody knows how good Technician is on this Pokemon. Technician boosted bullet punches can go absolutely insane. Access to Technician, I believe it does get Pounce still, which is falling into the Technician boost. I don't think Bug Bite does. I might be wrong on Bug Bite. I forget off the top of my head. But we do have Scizor here. It's a very good Pokemon. Only weak to one type, which is technically 4 times super effective. But we still have more of our turning process. We have 3 Pokemon here that love to switch out as quick as they enter the battle if necessary. But then we get into round 4, ladies and gentlemen, and again, getting some bulk here, getting some bulk, having some fun with this team. You see we have a Dragon type, we have a Fire type, we have a Steel type, missing the real F in DFS, because DFS stands for Dragon, Fairy, Steel. And we have the Dragon, we have the Steel, but we don't have the Fairy. Well, lo and behold, ladies and gentlemen, we have our Fairy coming up next, and our Fairy type is Primarina. I cannot believe I just did that. Who do I sound like? Oh my god, why the heck did I just sing like that? Even though it's my favorite starter Pokemon of the Alolan games, because Primarina, you can literally solo that entire game with just this Pokemon. It's that damn good. It is so bulky. It hits hard. Liquid Voice turning all sound moves into water type moves. I don't know if Psychic Noise falls into that category. It might. I'll have to check Bulbapedia on that, or Cerebi for that matter, because I really don't know, because it's technically a sound-based move. But the fact that it gets Psychic Noise, really cool. Access to Energy Balls, still playing into our turning set, ladies and gentlemen. So we got Flip Turn, U-Turn, all the transitional moves. But Primarina still hits hard. It gets Moonblast, Dazzling Gleam, Draining Kiss, Disarming Voice. I think it still gets Shadow Ball. I could be wrong on that. But this Pokemon is really good. It's really bulky. We are excited to have the best Alolan starter on the team in the BBR D-League. And honestly, I am saying that, and I feel like Wolf Glick just staring at Incineroar right now, just like in VGC with Incineroar. But getting away from VGC, back to Draft League. Round number 5 comes around, ladies and gentlemen, and we're thinking, okay, now we might need to start thinking about a Terra Captain here. And we're looking at Terra Captains, looking at, you know, what could work here, what might be the best, and everything. And I've honestly never used this Pokemon before. I can promise you I have never used this Pokemon before, but I figured, you know, why not? Let's try it out, and we are selecting Meloetta for our team, ladies and gentlemen. And you also see how the first 4 images did not have the crystallized background. That is because those Pokemon were over the 10-point threshold, and therefore they are not allowed to be Terra Captains. Meloetta, however, is in the 10-point or fewer category, which means that it is our Terra Captain for the BBR. And we are excited to use Meloetta. It does have that Relic Song, which turns it into a pure wet form instead of a normal Psychic. It is a normal fighting. Full Terra can do absolute monstrosities with this Pokemon. I think its base special attack is like 120 something. I could be completely wrong with Meloetta. I honestly do not know it off rip. It could be like 130 something. It could be like 120 something. I legitimately don't know, but I'm just excited to use it. But after that, we get into round 6, ladies and gentlemen. And after Meloetta came, you know, we're looking again. And I definitely need hazards. I don't have much in terms of... I have much in terms of removal, but I don't have enough in setting. And honestly, ladies and gentlemen, we noticed this after the draft, and the BBR admins were also looking at this, and they were just like, did Joe really... like, just do this, ladies and gentlemen? And the answer is Joe definitely did do this, because Joe, TalonMasterJ, and the Atlanta Talonflames, we got Scizor. Now we're taking Kleavor. Yes, you are reading this right. It is not a typo. We picked Scyther. Now we've got Kleavor. We've got both of Scyther's evolutions on our team, ladies and gentlemen. And again, I'm just excited to use Kleavor. I've never used it before. I mean, Bug Rock type with guaranteed hazards. Like, you can't taunt this Pokemon. All you need to do is click Stone Axe, and if it hits, unless your opponent has Rapid Spin or Defog, good luck removing the Stealth Rocks. It's a guaranteed hit. It's free rocks. It's like MV had on his Kleavor's nickname. Free rocks, which is true. It's free rocks. That's all I can say about Kleavor. I mean, it does get Stone Axe. Not Stone Axe. Stone Axe is the move. It gets Stone Edge. It gets Rock Slide. It gets X Scissor. It gets U-Turn. It's got Sharpness. So it's a good Pokemon. And I'm looking forward to using it. But after that, ladies and gentlemen, you know, we're looking at our team. Again, we picked Scizor. Now we got Kleavor. We've got hazards. We've got removal. We need a way to ensure that maybe somebody like Rapid Spin doesn't happen on us. And honestly, this Pokemon gives me nightmares a little bit, but we are picking Sinistcha for our round 7 pick. Get our Grass type, complete our Fire, Water, Grass combo, but also add a Ghost type, add a Spin Blocker, and this Pokemon, if allowed to set up, as evidenced by what happened in UNPL, this Pokemon can literally sweep an entire team with some Calm Minds and some Strength Saps and some Matcha Gotchas and some Scalds and the whole 9 yards. But yeah, Sinistcha, our spin blocker, designated spin blocker, but also can be a late game cleaner if allowed to set up properly. And we are excited to welcome Sinistcha to our team. And after that, ladies and gentlemen, you know, we're looking at it. You notice that our team doesn't have a very good, like, ice type Pokemon, even though ice is like normally a glass cannon type, but we also don't have a ground type. Well, needless to say, we took care of those in one fell swoop, and we are taking Mamoswine in round number 8. We were able to get Mamoswine, sort of a higher point pick in the later rounds, but I do believe it is worth it. Access to Icicle Crash, access to Earthquake, access to Rocks in the event that Kleavor doesn't come to a battle, Priority Ice Shard, Heavy Slam. Could you imagine this thing gets Heat Crash, even though it doesn't get Heat Crash? But if you could imagine, that would be hilarious, by the way. It would be absolutely hilarious if you could get Heat Crash on a Mamoswine. But it does have Thick Fat. It does have, I believe it's got Ice Body for its other ability. I could be wrong. I forget it off the top of my head. I know it's got Thick Fat. But no, it's a good Pokemon. I'm excited to use Mamoswine this year. But after Mamoswine, we're getting low on points, ladies and gentlemen. So, you know, we gotta conserve it, gotta look for stuff. But you're also noticing we don't have a grounded poison type. Now, in single battles, grounded poisons are a must, especially when you are looking for potential toxic spikes. And lo and behold, a grounded poison that was low in points but very good is Grafaiai. Grafaiai is a very good grounded poison type. Its only weaknesses are to Psychic and Ground. At least, if I remember correctly, it's immune to Psychic and it's weak to Psychic and Ground. It's immune to Ghost. But it's a good Pokemon. Access to those Prankster Toxic Spikes or Prankster Taunts or Prankster Toxics, which will never miss, is really good against my opponents. And honestly, Grafai can be a pretty tough threat. So I'm looking forward to using Grafai, and we have our Ground and Poison type, but we have we now are technically at the minimum requirement. So I could have easily ended my draft right there and saved my final points. But you know what? I said, probably not. I'm going to go for one final Pokemon. And this is a shout out to my front office member, Sharpie Plays. I am Same Hater. He said, get Vullaby. So we are getting Vullaby with our 10th and final pick. It is a very bulky Pokemon. It does have access to Weak Armor, access to Foul Play, another U-Turner, a Defogger. Very bulky with the Eviolite item. Honestly, yeah, I am excited to use Vullaby for our team here in the BBR. I don't know exactly how I will use it. I'm going to have to go through Sharpie for that one because he has more experience than I do. But honestly, ladies and gentlemen, after that, 10 rounds were done. We finished our draft. We are excited to welcome Latios, Cinderace, Scizor, Primarina, Terracap and Meloetta, Cleavor, Sinistchop, Mamoswine, Grafai, Vullaby to the Atlanta Talonflames here in the BBR D-League. Leave a like on this video. Comment down below what you think of the team, what you would do better on this team. Battles will be going up every Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. I may record them live I may record them while I'm streaming on Twitch. Who knows? I have to get confirmation from BBR admins about that first and foremost. But we are looking forward to this season of BBR D-League. Draft is back here for the Atlanta Talonflames, and maybe, just maybe, we'll earn a championship. Thank you guys. Remember to soar high, fly high, get those Gale Wings ready, and I will see you guys next time.